So this is going to be a bit of a longer section because it's a long story, and I mean, I'm giving you the details here. Like, don't you want the details? So this is the story time of one of the 2 times that I've had an allergic reaction. Like, I'm probably not gonna have that great of a transition into this because I filmed a super long video. I'm trying to break it up, but I hope you enjoy this. I'm going to give a little story time, and I'll say a couple of other symptoms that can go along with it. So it was family vacation. We were in New Hampshire at a lake house, and it was like the last night or the night before, we were packing up, and we got Chinese food takeout. And when my aunt called, she said, "Do you have any peanut oil or peanut products in your food?" Because at the time, me, my brother, and my cousin at the time had a peanut allergy. My brother's grown out of his peanut allergy, lucky for him, but me and my cousin still have it. So we had to make sure that there was no peanuts in this food. So I'm eating, and this is a very important part. I had an egg roll and the boys didn't. And that's the difference between one child going to the hospital and 3 of us going to the hospital. That would not have looked good. So eating my food, I'm gonna say this, it might be wrong. It might have just been spicy and I'm stupid. But the egg roll to me was really spicy. And I was drinking milk and stuff and it was not helping. And so I was like, "Ooh, okay." Can I just say, it was a really good egg roll. So, we're getting, the dinner stuff is getting put away, and my cousin is going to, not the cousin, so I got 2 cousins, and one of them's allergic. And one of them is allergic, one of them isn't. The one that's not allergic, which, doesn't really matter in this case, was going to teach the kids how to play kick the can. And so, I can't remember what, we were gonna play kick the can, but no one was playing kick the can. And she was in the bedroom that we all shared, and I came in, and I was like, my stomach kind of hurts, it's kind of weird, I don't know how to describe it. And she was like, I mean, we ate a lot of Chinese food, you're probably good. And I was like, yeah. So I go outside and I'm waiting for people to play kick the can. I don't know why no one was there. I was waiting to play kick the can. And I started getting this really thick saliva in my mouth. Sorry, I should have put a disturbing warning. Also, second disturbing warning, that I couldn't swallow. And we were at a lake house, so I'm just spitting this really thick spit in the lake. And okay, I get what that is now. Just my spit collecting, which I couldn't swallow, so I was spitting it out. I couldn't swallow because my throat was in the process of closing. So here is a symptom that is slightly confusing, and it sounds kind of stupid, but one of the symptoms of anaphylaxis is a sense of doom. Sounds pretty crazy, weird, but I swear it is true. Say you're put yourself in my shoes and you don't have a peanut allergy. You just got this thick phlegm. Okay, you might have some sort of sore throat or some sort of random thing. you're not going to get too worried about it. You get a stomach ache because you just ate a lot of Chinese food. You're not that worried about it. But to me, I was like, I think this is an allergic reaction. Like, there was just something in my head that told me that. I don't know how, like, if I didn't know what, like, if I hadn't decided, maybe I should tell an adult any later or sooner, whatever, any later, things might have not been good for me. So I go inside and Ma is there and I'm like, okay, like, I tell her, like, what's been going on. And she's like, okay. And, like, I'm sitting in the kitchen and she gets Mommy and they're both there and I start sneezing. I'm not like, and they're not like full sneezes. Looking back, it's because I probably couldn't get a full breath to sneeze, but it's just sneeze after sneeze after sneeze after sneeze. And I was like then at a certain point I was like it stopped, but I still had that sneeze feeling. I couldn't sneeze. I couldn't get enough air. I started to feel nauseous. I thought I was going to throw up. Go to the bathroom, no throw up. And I go back into the hallway. And, like, at this point, we kind of are thinking, okay, this is probably something. They look at my back, hives. And then they're like, all right, we're going to the hospital. And thank the Lord, the hospital was like 3 minutes away and my parents knew where it was. So, like, we didn't call an ambulance. We just drove to the hospital because that was faster. My parents were in their swimsuits, so they got dressed. Probably the quickest change they ever did. And they gave me Benadryl, which I don't really know why Benadryl helps. Well, something. So we're going, and then we're saying like a lot. Well, I think we need to give her the EpiPen. And Mommy handed the EpiPen to Ma, because like something, she was scared. And I was like, I was so afraid. I'm so afraid of needles. I hate needles. I was so scared, but like I was obviously gonna take a shot over dying. So Ma holds me, like she's got her arm around me like this, and she jabs my leg with the EpiPen, and I scream at the top of my lungs, which I don't know how no one heard me scream. I scream at the top of my lungs. You would think a spring-loaded needle would hurt a lot, but like my scream was an overreaction. It did not hurt. Probably like shock and adrenaline, but you know, we're good. We get in the car. We're going too fast, but who cares? We get to the hospital, and they're like, okay, my daughter's having an allergic reaction. We gave her the EpiPen. They put the IV in my arm, which the lady was like so like woo rushed and like kind of crazy. And like the lady wasn't crazy, but it was like a kind of crazy thing going on. She forgot to put gloves on, or like she might have I can't remember. There was something. I'm talking with my hands a lot. But like at that point, we're getting the IV in my arm. And I get in the bed. I got the IV. The IV was in case they, like, something about the EpiPen is it is not going, it's not a fix. It's not fixing it. It's just giving you a little time to get to the hospital where they can do things to help you. The IV was in case I needed more epinephrine, which is what is in an EpiPen. And so I'm laying in bed and my face is just red. I have a picture. I don't think I'm gonna insert it, but like if I do, warning. And I start shaking, like just shaking my entire body, because it's like on all of these, don't quote me, it's like a shot of adrenaline. So we got that coursing through my veins. I'm like, ugh. There's nothing I can do about it, but like in 10 minutes I'll do like a little before after thing. I was like this. And so at this point, we hadn't realized that there was peanut butter in whatever I ate. So we thought I got a new like I had an allergy to a different thing, which was like, I was just sitting there and like, I already knew what it was like to have a peanut allergy. And if I was allergic to another thing, that would have been like so annoying. But we were like, what could it have been? Like eggs, shellfish, like any of those things. And so my aunt, who had placed the order originally, called the place back and was like, hey, my niece just had an allergic reaction to your food. So she has a peanut allergy. Was there peanuts in anything? And they were like, yeah, there was peanut butter. Prepare. There was peanut butter in the egg roll. There was peanut butter in the egg roll. Like, who puts peanut butter in egg roll? We think they used it to seal it, like, you know, like a little glue. But she said, do you have any peanuts in your food? And they said no. So, yeah. So I'm at the hospital. They let me out at like 12 in the nighttime, 12 a.m. I get home, and if you have an allergic reaction, it can happen again. So I slept in my parents' room, so in case I was sleeping and something happened, they would be there and like we'd be able to try to do something. And then like the next day, I was exhausted. It was so exhausting to just be sitting there shaking in my hospital bed. And I was staying up till 12, which I can't remember how old I was, which was like not something I did particularly often. So my body was not used to that. And my body was also fighting to not die. So I hope you guys enjoyed that story time. This is my experience. This is not, guys, I'm like gonna say this 15 gazillion times. Don't quote me on anything. This is my life. It's not my field of study. Listen to your doctor. If you have to call 911, listen to the 911 person giving directions. Do not, this is mostly for entertainment, kind of for awareness, okay? But thank you for watching it, and I hope you enjoyed it. there's gonna be another video about how to give an EpiPen or give an EpiPen to yourself. Yep. So thanks for watching. Bye.